Hey guys, Ballatw here, back with another VOD review. It's the long-anticipated King VOD review from World Cup Solo Finals. A lot of people were excited about his performance in that fateful Sunday where he played out of his mind aggressive, and it seems to attract a lot of people's attention when somebody plays a lot differently than other players. He had the amazing game number 3 where he took out Clicks, Tfue. Who else did he take out? Aspect. And just like slayed out, not only in the early and mid game phases, but also towards the end game. So usually these types of players like Aiden and such end up going down before the end game. King actually performed pretty well. He took 5th place from Argentina. The little guy, I think he's 14 or 13 years old. Ridiculous. Everybody saw the video of him celebrating with his dad and afterwards. And yeah, just much respect to him. We're going to try to learn as much as we can from him. And I apologize again if I'm being brief. I just told my chat this on Twitch, where you can watch this live, is that I'm actually going to Twitch Rivals tomorrow, and Thursday I'm going to be casting that with Monster Deface, and of course the regular Twitch Rivals host, Wavepunk, and I'm catching a plane in literally an hour and a half. So this is going to be a rush. I'm going to be rushing through this, so I apologize in advance. All right, these are gone. These things don't exist anymore. So not much to talk about it besides the fact that he likes to land here and he plays aggressively on both Salty and Fatal is what I noticed. And then the other thing too, right off the bat, right? Usually in like an arena solo or something like that, you would be landing here and then you would be getting the loot and you'd just be bailing. But King spends the time to farm these like really not great mats, right? Sure, it is metal. But in terms of how fast you're accruing this metal, it's really slow. It's a good spot like mid-game to farm, but here, King does it in the early game because before he pushes, he wants to have a good base of materials to be able to fight, in case there is anybody looting this house, for example. But I like it. I like the strat a lot, actually. This house got crazy nerfed, so it's good that he just takes advantage of it from the get-go. Nobody wants to drop here because of the nerf. It's actually like a weak spot to just directly land on right now. One of the reasons I really like the sky platforms was that you would be able to see when you're landing. You could see, is there anybody in Salty Springs? Is there anybody on Treasure Mountain? Is there anybody looting Fork Knife? Is there anybody in Fatal while you're dropping here? And then first thing you do is loot the sky platform, and then you just shuttle over to any spot that was uncontested, any spot that you know has extra loot. There's so much in this vicinity. This broken house, the one over here, there's a couple of sheds, there's there's the house that he's currently at, there's this mountain. There's a lot of little loot that you're going to be able to actually grab before getting third party or pushed by anyone, except for maybe people disengaging out of Salty, except for people maybe disengaging out of Bridge, right? But Salty takes a long time to loot. You have to be really unlucky for somebody to come through, and obviously these guys have studied the loot paths of the players who drop here. What is the major way to disengage from Salty? Yes, down to this broken house, so that does cause a risk, but the other way is out towards poverty, right? So regardless, there's also some elements of the map that are changing ever so much, including the caddis skeleton. Interesting. But anyways, this feels a little inefficient. But what I can say is that, what the hell? How did we skip that far ahead? What I can say about, let's back up because that was not what I wanted to. I wanted to see him go back up here, and I wanted to talk about, yeah. What I can say about his loadout right now is that he does feel comfortable, so he's okay not going to get more loot. He's okay not pushing towards Bridge, for example, and he is also clearly an aggressive player that wants to find these players coming out of Fatal, right? These players who have loot, he wants to push them, but he has what he wants, right? He has medkits if he wants to chill for a while. He has shadow bombs for rotation. He has heals, and he has this, obviously the loadout that you need to fight, pump, and a swap. So let's see. I don't think he knows that this guy is down here. I don't think he knows that this guy is down here, but you can tell the way that he's moving off the sky platform is he's trying to find these players that might actually be here. When we're talking about mats, man, he's max mats. In a brief instant. Okay. That's probably... Dang, okay. So getting off on the bad foot, and then he knows that he needs to get some space in order to get these minis off. Works out pretty decently. Damn, man. That's really laggy. There's no way that guy made the edit. Hello? Is it that? How do you get out of this, King? This guy's getting in. This guy's getting in. He's still coming. Who is this? Well, he's about to get yopped. Our good friend Shadow Ager would say. I know King does not die here because this is game 1. And he pops off in game 1. He's actually in 2nd place after game 1. Bro, this is some of the most frustrating fights to play, right? The stink bombs, shockwaves, 2 of the most triggering items. Ooh, what? That's Letwick too. That was not an easy fight. Holy hell. I love it. I love it. That's so sick. Okay, so 2 things at this junction, right? He gets the 1 tag on the offensive here when the guy gets into his box. Or when he gets that wall. He turned and placed the tried to place the stairs there. It didn't place how he wanted it to, but it did. And then he realizes that he got cracked so hard that this guy's trying to heal, even though he knows the HP situation of King. Okay? And then one thing he does, where this is something that's valuable in all sorts of ping, right? Not just land ping, not just 0 ping, all sorts of ping, is he weakens a bunch of different areas, right? So that Letwick has no idea which one he could. If Letwick is paying super, super close attention to the way that King is fighting here, he can make sure that he replaces the wall that is low. But see how he swings once on all these different, the wall, he just swings once. He's going to swing once on everything he can. Takes the roof, and this is a turning point of the fight, right? Takes the roof, and now he can act like he wants to make this heal. He can act like he wants to make this heal, which is something that he uses to his advantage. He actually conditions Letwick to think that the heal is incoming a bunch of times. And because this wall was weak, and because he jumped from this side, he uses the audio cues, the difficulty of hearing the different movements in the sky to jump over and get the wall that he knows is low. Letwick thinks that he's on this side. Letwick thinks that he's about to make an edit. Letwick is also thinking that, hey, he's probably trying to heal. And then he jumps over, gets the wall, and then the edit quick enough that Letwick can't get the stairs up. This is a little, obviously this is replay, but still. Still. It is the one he hit. Look back. He hit this earlier. Right. After he takes this, boom, he hit it just then. Just then. Okay, moving on. Yeah, it was his final build as well. I don't know if that was super relevant. Actually, you know what? That is relevant because being his final build tells us why he went on the offensive in that case. That tells us why he was so aggressive against Letwick after just getting the one shot, right? He's low on builds. If he doesn't kill Letwick there and now, Letwick is going to kill him. There's no chance. No chance. Little Mitro sitting in the top of this building. I like it. Also, this is something that people need to realize to do, right? Instead of just rotating in with just the brick that he picked off of Letwick, instead of just rotating in, he knows he has plenty of time. So he spends some time farming safely in a house before starting his rotation. We saw yesterday Booga just rotating with like nothing. I find this a little bit more intuitive and enticing, yes. That guy's so annoying. He's just sitting up there with a pump, just trying to, or combat, just trying to get picks on people who fly up. That's actually so cheeky. Like, no joke. I wonder how often that probably works like crazy in open qualifiers. That probably works like absolutely every single game. Okay. Okay, later, Salzman. That sucks. Why did that occur? Salzman, you have no mats or something? What happened? Oh, you definitely have mats. Picked up 100 metal just then. Okay. Not much to say about that. Alright. Why box up here? We saw Booga yesterday. Boxing up a little early too. Literally right on the edge of zone. It's actually a very similar situation with the heavy sniper. If you remember, Booga's actually over here. Right in this area. And he finds himself a pick actually pretty soon. Yeah. Right on cue, Booga. Thank you very much for that. That's a heavy snipe. So 2 reasons. Number 1. Oh, the first thing I thought was, oh, he's boxing up so that he can get stock of what is in zone and where he can rotate to and where he can push to, so he doesn't get focused. Second one I'm thinking is that he stays on the outside of zone so that he can catch those people who are weak and who are having trouble getting into zone. And the third reason is he just doesn't want to risk getting pushed, or getting focused on the side, or when he tries to push into zone is what I'm trying to say. Those are a couple of reasons there. What else though? I don't know. Maybe he's just an edge zone player. We saw Booga play edge zone yesterday. We've seen multiple times Mr. Savage loves to play edge zone. It's always preference. It's always preference. But this is only second, man. We know it doesn't go too far, but he could have got screwed, right? This could have gone full northwest. Imagine. All he has is a sky platform. Still not even rotating yet. I guess it's just relying on the sky platform in all forms, shapes, or form. Okay, no. Wow. Wow. That's very, very surprising. Very surprising, but on the flip side, like, also not terrible, right? This is the second time we're watching somebody who's very comfortable playing with really not the greatest setup going into endgame. Not the greatest setup. And he also knows that his side of zone is going to be the most congested. So spending the resources to get in rather than like spending your valuable health, of which you do not have that many heals, right? You only have 4 minis, which obviously you don't want to take any damage when you have full health and only minis. You want to stay 200 or 200 HP. But then these players who are so comfortable in these situations, who are comfortable in relatively shambles position, we saw Booga yesterday in this very game get an elimination with 3 mats left when he made his rotate into half in, half out, and got a kill and stayed in the game. So I'm assuming something similar, right? 2 shockwaves. Okay, I can last until half in, half out, and then I can find a kill. I can find a kill. Okay. Not in zone yet. Tunnel in when you can. This is exactly the same thing we watch Booga do. Spend his shockwave and tunnel in, and then he can spend his shockwave in the same exact pattern that he's going to be doing right here. Same exact one. His last shockwave to get in a half and half out, and he's going to be running into the same issues in terms of his mats. This is all about layering here. He's trying to get away from the people who can threaten him. But now he's actually in his wood box. So he goes back when the guy goes up to his lair. Interesting. Interesting. Layering matters even in your base. Layering is when you try to avoid, you try to get on a layer that's avoiding other players, right? So nobody on your left, nobody on your right, nobody above or below you, or behind you, or in front of you, right? There's just nobody who can really get line of sight. How lucky. No, it's not actually lucky. That's so laggy though. Oh my god. He didn't even get any of that loot. You saw him peek out of the storm right there to check the loot. Man, this sucks. I feel like he could have got the loot. Okay, a little find. Nice. 500 wood. Everything counts. That was Booga who just went right above him. This is literally Booga. And they have the exact same game plan. Exactly the same game plan. That's him. He just got in. When we think of yesterday's VOD review, he literally just got in. Yo, remember that kill that Booga finds in like 10 seconds? He just forced this guy up, which ended up being Booga's kill. It's hilarious. Alright. No impact frag though for him. Damn, bruh. That's unfortunate. That's just pure out aimed. Did he move before zone was even revealed? Yeah, he's moving here before zone is even revealed. Interesting. I'm wondering why. Just because he thinks there's so many people above him, he's trying to get away. And he can't layer up or down because there's people literally above and below him. Is that why? Still shambles, by the way. He found 2 more kills. He got a little bit of match, but he still shambles. Didn't get extra heals. Oh, but he finds this one. He didn't even grab the shadows. There's shadows there. All he grabbed was the extra metal. Oh, and he got a launch pad. That's really nice. The way he landed there, right on the grid. Perfect. See, he lands directly to his side and then bases up right next to him. In the vertical tunnel. Look at the timing of this. Right as he gets to that wall. There's got to be a switch that these guys have in terms of mats. Like, oh, okay, now I only have 7 builds. Like, I have to make a play. Whereas all before that, it's like, just build. Okay, I only have 7 builds. I only have 1 more box left. I have to make a play. That's what we saw with Booga yesterday. Yes. Perfect. I love how he tries to go for that one shot on the guy edge zone, but then realizes, hey, okay, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna move on. Let's just move on, and then he finds Bucky, which I'm surprised by, because Bucky is usually somebody who's really, really, really good at vertical tunneling. Nice. You could have made a double edit there, but with the zone, absolutely not, guys. Don't make those stupid double edits in zone. Absolutely dirty, King. What is that? Jesus, everything is going bad. Everything was going bad. He got shockwaved off his build that one time. He gets RPG'd. He's stuck in other people's builds because there's a trap there that he can't shoot because his AR is not reloaded. Damn. All right, next tap. Those two kills. That cone, man. Again, awareness of your mats is something that I'm seeing a lot from him. He's very good at that in his checklist. I've seen some things that he's probably not as, like the shadow grenades, not picking up those, a couple of weapons changes, a couple mats that he missed for sure, but the awareness of his mats and checking that throughout his play makes him, he's gonna get the impact frags that he needs, but he's just he's one step closer to being, like, he's so close to being able to just outlast that end game just based on what he did. If he is slightly improved there. Guys, watch this game. It's so funny. Same exact path. Same exact result, almost. Almost, right? In this case, shockwaves instead, no launch pad, and no AR. Okay, this fight is nasty, boys. I analyzed this. This is the game that I analyzed at World Cup. This fight is nasty. I didn't get the chance to really full on go for this. Didn't get the full chance. Oh, this isn't even the right guy. I don't think these guys fight. Unless that guy goes to salty somehow. Yo, the immediate decision to go from right here into the sky platform to get up and then possibly take shots on this guy as he's trying to make his way out of danger, right? He could go into the fork knife, but then he's stuck there. He has to make his way to the sky platform. Is pretty smart, right? It's so much harder to protect against somebody up on a sky platform. So much harder. Yeah, boys, here we go. Bop, bop, bop. 3 tags, 90. Instantly. He's like, all right, nobody else. Look how he looks. He actually turns all the way around, looks everywhere, and he's like, okay. Are we good? Yeah? We good? Am I good to engage on this? Nah, not yet. Not yet. He hears these guys. There's not yet. Plus, the amount of time that he's looked around, he knows this guy probably healed up a little bit. So those tags, a lot more irrelevant. And yeah, he's right. Look how many people are collapsing on position. A lot of people. The timing again was similar to come back on the sky platform. Mostly to farm back up a little bit. But also because of this reason exactly. People rotating through, right? Alright. Tons of tags. The other goal too here, besides trying to actually find some eliminations, is getting Storm Surge tags. You can get enough just by getting a sky platform. You can get enough Storm Surge tags, especially if you have an infantry rifle. This isn't even the game, is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is Leleo. So the only fight he pushes is now when he knows, and I've talked about this concept like a little bit, is recently, Edge Zone is actually less congested than ever, right? Around Winter Royale, Edge Zone was really contested because not only was there not as much mobility, but people also didn't know the fact that they needed to get their asses into zone, right? So that's kind of let these little pockets of engagement still happen outside of zone, still happen right as the zone is coming, okay? So now he knows zone is about to move. There's little chance of a lot of people being out here, except for this guy. I don't know what he's doing. Little chance of this guy, of a lot of people being out here. And then I also got white tags. So all this combined means Ballatw TW key. Okay, this move right here is what actually wins him this fight. Where he's doing the same thing, by the way, weakening one side, weakening a bunch of structures, and then going randomly to different ones. But this move where he places all these floors around is what eventually wins him this fight. Because you see, this guy is like moving back and forth through his builds. Eventually he moves underneath the floor. He's just going to go out to this direction. And he's going to be able to grab. Boom, here. As soon as he sees the guy go out, this guy's not worried. He's like, oh, there's a floor up there. I'm good. I'm going to make my walls on the side. And he's actually going to go into the pattern of trying to place a floor and then a cone. But it's already placed. And then the quick thing of king, boom, gets the cone. Because he knows he's there. Bam. Easy fight. Easy fight. Also, look at the upgrades, man. He upgraded from a pump to a combat. He upgraded to a heavy sniper. All for free. For completely free, and meanwhile he could still use the sky platform to rotate. But this is a balance thing, right, guys? This is a meta thing. This is something that you can't do all the time. The only reason we can really do this in World Cup was because not only is it the best players in the world, but we also have an abundance of mobility in this patch with the sky platforms, with the slipstreams, with the quad crashes. We have an abundance of mobility where on average, everybody will be in towards zone because they have that mobility. So this isn't something you could do all the time. You have to actually evaluate how each game is going to go in terms of how fast people are going to get center soaker, how fast people are going to get off and away. You definitely couldn't do that like in arena, right? Because of how many people are just W king everybody they see. There's going to be so many more people on the outside of zone. Like, sure, you can do it because it's freaking arena and nobody cares, but you most likely will end up in a storm fight or an extended fight where somebody's going to come third party you even though zone is coming. All right. Is he going to launch pad to zone? Find out next time. Yes, sir. What a shitty spot, bro. What a bad spot to have to launch pad, right? You can't even get over the hill. You can't even get directly to zone, right? You're basically putting yourself from one spot to the other that are exactly the same, but you have to get away the mountain somehow. You have to get around the mountain somehow. Oh, I love it. I really like it. I like it. As soon as he hears the launch pad, he's like, yes, let me get in. Shockwave up to the spot that it's at and grabs it. This is Tfue. Yes. Poor Tfue. Not much to this fight besides have your heavy sniper reloaded, and if you get damage on somebody, you can just instantly take any wall that you want if they're not super precise on exactly where you are, right? And then what happened with the why did TV have a cone in this base? Like, that was his biggest mistake, right? This is why I don't recommend that you automatically cone every box that you're in, because here he could have placed a stair. He could have made the he could have placed the stair as soon as he heard the edit or the heavy snipe, but instead he has to edit the cone. That has room for error. that has room for just all around. You have to do more actions. Right? You have to press edit. You have to aim at the pyramid. You have to press edit. You have to select the edit that you want to make. And typically that's the one where you put yourself behind your pyramid or your ramp pyramid. And then you have to confirm the edit. Whereas placing a stairs is you press your stairs button, you click. Or if you want to be complicated, you press your stairs button, you look behind you, and then you click. 3 actions compared to like 6 or 7. That sucks. Still pretty pog to get up the mountain. Last shockwave to get the best possible position is pretty sick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Aspect, I think this is clicks after this. No, Nate. That's pretty cool right there. He knows this guy's getting pressured and he takes it from the top. Oh yes. Oh, with the shot too. I'm not sure if his shot, no, his shot hit him. He was using it to take over the wall because he knew I had less than 25 HP. He was using it to take the wall, but he actually hit the guy, which is hilarious. Stink grenades are great. That was a pretty, like, strange play right there. Jumping down and heavy sniping that wall. I know that he wants to retake that wall so he can get that loot pretty safely. But, like, jumping down at the same time? Ooh. What if that didn't work? What if the guy was Turbo Hillbilly? I don't even think there was anybody in the box, so it didn't really matter, but... just a thought. Just a thought. Yo, somebody still has a drift board in this zone? Let's go. That's Chap. If Chap was at World Cup, man would definitely have drift board or a quad. Remember when pop-ups were first starting and you used to base up every single quad until like 7th zone? That was dope. I'm not even sure how he found this shot, this launch pad. It's right there, you heard it. He's good at pinpointing these things. I need to freaking hurry up. I need to hurry the frick up, my friends. Oh, I like it. A lot of people just try to get the wall there, but instead he freaking makes sure he spreads that out, gets that stair out with the cone in front. Airstrike at World Cup, by the way. If I was watching this from replay mode that wasn't recorded, I would go and watch that. Yo, what? Yo, Clicks is savage, bro. I didn't know that he shadowed into his box. Oh my god. Yo, Clicks is savage. Yo, why though, Clicks? Why? Why? You had a launch pad? What did you, like, have no mats? Zone wasn't even moving, you were in shadow form? Probably because somebody went crazy. He just got the ID. He's like, yes, I want to get in. Yo, why? Oh, I thought that guy was white. What? Yo, let's just box him up. Again, he doesn't realize the shadow's in there. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. There's no chance. He's dead. Oh, he went for the no scope though. He went for the style voice. Yeet. Match 4. Yo. What happens when you have to plan your drop for a sky platform? You have less time to actually adjust. So these situations can happen a little bit more frequently than like 50-50ing, say, a house in Fatal or something like that, right? When there are less options for you to actually take when you aim, when your optimal drop is aimed directly at the platform, more chances that something like that happens. Yeah, absolutely, Destinies. I'm not saying his drop is bad. His drop is really good, but Cruz was too. I'm just saying that that tends to happen sometimes in situations where there's not many options. When there's not that many options, it's whatever. It is one game. He's still got 5th place. Guys, think about this for a second. Think about this for a second. King got 5th place when he died off a spawn without having any opportunity at all in the game. Imagine if that situation is flipped. Crew goes down instead of King. Imagine. Maybe he could have been the only person could have gotten in booger range. Maybe he could have been that only person. Because that game forced him out a second, I believe. Ooh, a fight. Yay. This is a different one, right? This is much earlier on his path. Ooh, did he get that? No. But he left it at low HP again and came down. What the beast. That side, getting to the side was nice. Notice how he's always pressuring from the diagonal. Something that Tux taught us all with the pyramid edit. Always pressure from the diagonal on a box so you can hit so many different layers. So many different walls and floors and cones. Later teak. Can't hold walls on land, imagine. No, he's a master of fighting and looking for fights. Edge zone. Playstyle reminds me a lot of Zexro early on, right? Tried to camp the mobility areas. Try to find impact frags early on. Let everybody else do the farming for you. Very, very reminiscent of Zexro's old Viking soccer field or Viking snobby strat or Viking tilted strat. And then push towards corrupted zone and hold corrupted zone for a while. Very, very, very reminiscent of that. The only difference between that and this is King stays on the edge of zone. Whereas Zexro will literally spend whatever he can to get into center of 3rd zone. And he continues trying to rotate. Oh, I did not know you could get through the windows like that. Or these specific windows at factories like that. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Oh, you fighting like that though? Okay, okay. Chill. Chill, chill, chill. Yo, that's something that people don't do enough in just regular games is hold your wall for a little bit to see if the guy is going to be psycho enough to continue doing it, right? You don't have to exert pressure right on him. You don't have to make that double edit and go for the shot off of the first couple of times that the guy tries to take your roof, right? You don't have to do that. You can wait, see if he's going to do it for long periods of times. Okay, if you need to get him off, then you can. Have a safe threshold where you're like, okay, if he does this for like 10 times, okay, now it's time to push this dude. Now it's time to just be like, yeah, okay, buddy, like stop. Or move out the next box, right? Don't always instantly move to the next box as soon as the guy tries to take your pyramid, or instantly go for the double edit, right? You're wasting mats going to build a whole new box, and you're wasting time if this guy, you're taking a risk if this guy is not actually somebody who's gonna full cycle on you. So think about that whenever somebody's pushing your wall and playing aggressive on you. Are they really fully committed to it? Or is this just a ruse? This is a pretty typically safe box fight. Like, he had his own little base that he can fall back in whenever he gets third party, whenever he gets stunk, whenever he gets anything. Pretty typical safe box fight. I'm still not agreeing with the whole King plays like a psycho. King is an aggressive monster. King is like Aiden. Now, I'm still not seeing that, guys. He's definitely a little bit more confident than a lot of players, but not any more confident than any of the EU guys, right? I've seen EU players play like this way more often than anybody else. Like, who wouldn't push this tag? I like that he tries to get this guy to push out that direction, and then as he thinks that that is happening, he moves out, makes the edit, and tries to take the wall before he gets it. Tries to get the wall before he gets it. See, again, falling back to his old boxes. Safe box fighting. Safe box fighting. And man, he's really mean to his Brazilian region counterparts. Really mean to his Brazilian region counterparts. He killed Leo and lasers. He said, "Get in." So I like the push once he gets somebody white, but notice how he doesn't overcommit. It's not a be all end all. If he can't get the kill, he stops. He's chilling. If there's way too much pressure on it, if there's way too many stinks being thrown at the spot, he's out. He's done. Chilling. Yo, is this the game where yeah. How do you make this rotation? I just literally blanked out. Oh, he finds another launch pad? No way, guys. I went backwards. Right next to him. Blocks it off. Oh! That was a clean find. Notice he didn't actually take any damage in that. The entire thing. Didn't take any damage and saved his launch pad. Yo, what? How do you see that? Gotta be different in replay mode. I like how in that position he saved his last couple of bullets. Yo, not again, bro. This guy is so good at finding these community launch pads. Very good. Audio was trash at World Cup? Apparently not for King, man. This guy hears everything. This guy hears everything. GG's. GG's. Same strat. Yo, he got low-key pretty lucky with the loot. I'm not gonna lie. He had a pump and a combat every single game. And some sort of mobility off his spawn. Okay, again, same thing. Right, same thing. And then there, that was pretty cool. I'm struggling to actually hit the wall, the side that they edit. Sorry if this is moving really fast. This is how we need to. This is how we're gonna watch VODs from now on. We're just gonna double time on everything. I struggle to, when they make an edit on me, actually hit the wall. Right, if I'm in the middle of a swing and they make the edit when I don't expect it, I struggle to hit the wall and manage to break it so I can place my own. It's the same strat, game after game, guys. Same early game and mid game plan. Stay edge, just get sky platform, stay edge zone. Use sky platform to get as far as close as possible to edge zone of second or third, and then rotate on the side and use your mobility if you have to rotate in. Do the same plan every single time. Boom, edge zone. Anywhere really. It's like he really doesn't care where he positions himself. Shit, I bet you he's like happier that it's with people. Not only for the impact frag possibility, but the recycled mobility aspect. Finally, he got blessed by zone, by the way. Like, if you remember, he did not get blessed by any zone so far. That was the first one he got, and then he gets screwed by half in, half out anyways. Yeah. Get out of here. Damn, how much brick did you just grab from that? Oh, brick and metal I think he got. No, is it just wood? Yeah, he got brick and wood from that kill. That guy didn't get any of the loot. Good play, King. Good play. Yo, how many people, how many bodies are you gonna be able to pick up here? It's kind of nuts. Ooh. As soon as he misses that first edit, when he gets behind the tree, he misses this first edit, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh shit, everybody knows that I'm here. Everybody knows. Everybody's going to start spamming me. And he just goes full on. Look at this. Look at this. Floor. No, he didn't place the floor. Okay, he accidentally placed the wall through. Or did he not? I don't know. Anyways, spam builds because he knows the situation he's going to be in. Same thing we saw with Booga, right? It was more of an end game for Booga, but like, boom, spam, because he knows he's going to get targeted. He knows the position that he put himself in is going to cause him to get targeted, so he spams those builds out to make sure he doesn't take any damage. An ordinary player would have taken a lot of damage. One tag. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. Bruh. Yo, that was Booga. That was Booga. This man landed on him. Nice shot. There you go, you got the World Cup skin in the final game. Alright, 7 mats. He needs to get in. I get in here. I get in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. As soon as zone game came back, he had the awareness to come back for that loot, for that kill. Before he couldn't because it was trapped and the zone was pushing him out, but zone comes back. Dang, bro. That last kill, those last 2 kills were clutch. There's nothing much about them because he didn't have any mats in both cases, right? On Hoodjay, it wasn't really a crazy thing. It's just this guy came into his box. His freaking box got flint knocked, so he had to really just go for it because Hoodjay was getting in. And then the shot on commandment is nice. Out of mats again, though. I would have liked if he went out a little bit higher and then came back down with those remaining mats instead of jump back down on low ground. But still, man, every elimination matters. Every single matters. All right, boys, I got to get on a flight, so I'm going to call it right there. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the follows, all the support. You guys are amazing, and I'm sorry it took so long to get to this King VOD. I know a lot of you guys were expecting it, but the replays were gone, so I couldn't do much until finally. And now we have solo, so it's a perfect opportunity to hop back in. Good luck in your solos matches tomorrow. Good luck to anybody playing Twitch Rivals. But yeah, most of all, have fun when you're playing these. Have fun in the Contenders Cash Cup. Have fun in the Championships Cash Cup. I'll be watching. I'll see you guys soon, all right? Peace.